Hey Steve, how are you? Morning, Matt. Or afternoon, rather. Good morning, Steve. Good afternoon, Matt. Okay, fixed. My apologies. So good afternoon, Matt. Good morning, Steve. Let me see. You can hear me, can't you, Steve? No issues on the mic for YouTube? No, should be fine. That's the 8 o'clock scrum right there. And I'm just all set. So perfect. Good to go. Right, we're looking for the breakout here. We're getting it 325 on off. Don't want to jump in before the quarter dollar. Right. That was a crap. That was crappy. It's okay. Looking for the half dollar now. 340 is what we'll take. $345, 350. Yeah, keep going up. Morning, Dunkers. I wanted to find a little bit of support at this high of day, previous high of session, which was 329 or 330. Just below that, needs to get back above 330. So this is Sonoma Pharmaceutical, AMD making highs. I don't know what that bloody spike that was just thrown down to 290 was, but it certainly wasn't the price action. We're 7 cents behind on the bid at the moment. For those of you wondering what I'm trading here, SNOA, SNOA, if you want to call it that, but it's Sonoma Pharmaceutical. And Sonoma Pharmaceutical, they launched a couple of over-the-counter products, and that was announced after hours yesterday. That's why these are moving up as far as I can tell. It's actually a big pullback for that for that. $320. All right, we'll get that resistance line needs to be support now. Need to get back up over 330. Bit of a upwick on the 5 minute. Upwick. No, I'll get out. We'll keep some of the profit from trading this, but I pulled back a little bit more than I wanted it to. Hey, Dave. AMD's breaking highs. AMD's looking good. Hey, Robert. Benefit focus. It's up quite a considerable amount, but I think this is a reverse stock spot. Let me just find out for sure. No, it's an acquisition. Being acquired by Avoya Financial for $10.50 a share, so that's not moving at all. So no point putting that on the watch. That's benefit focus. Arcturus, reasonable catalyst yesterday. Arcturus Therapeutics, which is this ticker here. No problem at all, Robert. Pre-market trading isn't the best idea. I wouldn't recommend it to any beginners. Wait till you're experienced in the open market. The reason for that is it's lower liquidity, lower volume, can be quite higher volatility. Now, I like the volatility with the lower volume. I don't mind it. To be fair, I'm more profitable in the open market, but I just find the pre-market a little bit more tranquil. So you can get big moves on very low volume pre-market. And the problem with the biggest problem with pre-market is there's no safety nets. It's like flying trapeze without the net. There's no stop losses. You can't execute stop losses because they need to be a market order, and you can't. There's no volatility halt. So if it moves 10-15% to the downside, I'm sorry, but you need to be quick on the trigger. If it moves to the upside, then great, that's fine. Depends if you're going short or long, of course, but you get what I'm talking about. But my greetings go to San Diego. Stay classy. That's the top gapper this morning. We've got okay, let's see if we can. Oh, we're going to get a breakout here. Sonoma, I don't want to jump in without confirmation. $325. So the high of that last candle was 324. So I'm looking for 325. We're not getting the confirmation. It kind of rejected just under the $0.25. I thought we were getting a little bit more volume coming in, and I thought, okay, here we go. But no, it rejected. Here we go. Here we go. Let's see. We'll get the volume coming in as well. Let's get Sonoma Pharmaceutical. Give these teeth back to Miyako later. Sonoma Pharmaceutical. Saito Sorbents. Kind of consolidating at the moment. Saito Sorbents below the VWAP. Then we're talking about Li Auto, I guess. That's below the VWAP as well. Not a huge amount of volatility this morning. Not a lot of actions. $40 now, the breakout zone. A flat top formation here. Absolutely, Teddy. Actually, I thought the match was a bit stale up until the goals, and I thought it was a bit stale. But look, that lad Nunes is underrated. I think he came on and made the difference. He set up the first one with his header, and he actually got on the Porcher Haaland style on the second one. So yeah, I think give him a little bit of time. He'll come good. I mean, he's already scored 7 goals this season, and that's not a bad return for somebody new to the league, you know. And how many did Mane score across the whole season last year? 20, 18, something like that. So just wait for a bit of volatility. Now we will get some later in the day with the FOMC meeting. I think that's, I don't know what time that is. I think it's about 2 o'clock. Let's say 2 p.m. this afternoon market time. So about 8 o'clock my time. That's what I believe, and it off the top of my head. Oh, press conference is 2 p.m. So 8. Yeah, I was right. 8 p.m. my time. It's looking like. So, let me know in the chat, guys. What do you think the Fed's rate decision is going to be today? Is it going to be 50 base points, 75 base points, or is it going to be more? Let me know your thoughts, guys. $50. I was thinking 50, but now I'm kind of thinking it might be 75. I mean, the general consensus is 75, and I'm kind of like, yeah. Well, I was surprised it went bearish yesterday. The market moved up quite well yesterday, and then it just went bearish. This doesn't want to move up. Oh, nice bit of jazz. Who likes jazz? Keeps the stream alive. A bit of trading jazz. Jazz trading. Jazz trading with Tony. That's the new channel name. Oh, trading with jazz. There you go. Why not? Right, okay, so the market's selling off now. I'm just seeing the short queues breaking highs. So if the short queues are breaking highs, that means that the queues are selling off. And I just looked across at the Spider S&P, and that's gone red again. So that's selling off as well. I think it's going to be bear market day today. So they're not exactly pricing in goodness for the rate hike later. What else are you guys watching today? Quite a few high cap stocks. Airbnb had a bad reaction to their earnings yesterday. Sold off. Which one are we talking about? The volume at the bottom or the volume by price? I've got volume by price on the side, and I've got the actual volume profile at the bottom. And I've got the VWAP here as the volume weighted average price, which is the little blue line here. Well, I think AMD is, whilst the initial sell-off, I think he's probably done. I'm actually bullish on AMD. Whether it's worth shorting today, if the market's bearish today, I think AMD will go down. But if the market's bullish, I think AMD will move back up. I think it's going to follow the market, but with an exaggeration. That's my opinion, Lexter. It's not financial advice, as you know. Yeah, the volume by price on the side. Yeah, absolutely. Well, you can see here we've got quite a lot of transactions taking place here on the volume by price. Around 320, between 320 and 325. That's where most of the transactions are taking place, or have taken place. It is a lagging indicator. It's not telling you what's going on right now. It's basically telling you what price the transaction have taken place. So that's volume by price, Robert. Airbnb, I see the earnings weren't that bad, but the sell-off was quite substantial. So we'll see again. Let's see. Let's have a look at the market. I think the overall sentiment of the market might dictate some of these mid caps movement. Yeah, but Lexter, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I've looked at all kinds of different indicators and charts, and you know, I found something that works for me. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's the rule, isn't it? Yeah, well, I'm looking at that right now, which is why I've got my idea. I'm likely to get out at if it drops down. I'm giving it $400, so I've got the $400 cushion in there, and that's what I'm giving it as. Right now, 300. So normally I would have added that on that dip there, but because of the head and shoulders is not a good idea. I'm just watching this for if it dips below 316, that's what I'm getting at. $315 is my exit point. Yeah, I agree, which is why I have it on there, Robert. But most platforms should have it. It's volume by price. If it's not got it, then change platform. It's a very basic indicator. Less is more and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, but it's not on great volume, that Teddy. I'm watching it on the other screen, but it's still very low volume at the moment. It's up at 2450s. So that's Arcturus Therapeutics is what we're talking about there. ARCT. It's the top mover on the day, but it's right now it's not got great volume. Very low volume. It's less than what, 5,000-6,000 shares a minute. So probably not worth trying to trade. Although saying that, this is like similar kind of amount at the moment. Very low volume. It just died out. Volume came in earlier, but it just died out late now. This reverses. If this reverses, makes another move back up. I can. There we go. That's my end. That's my exit there. So we can watch that for a bounce on the VWAP. We've got 312 at the VWAP. $315. The high of that candle. We'll get a little bit of a bounce on the VWAP, but there's no volume there, so no point. We'll go back to what I was saying about Arcturus Therapeutics. There's just no volume right now. It's just low. That's what Sanoa, just the volume I got in on this candle, the increase in volume, and quite frankly, it didn't sustain. So when it pulled back, got out. Now it did get an increase in volume when I got on this candle, but then again, didn't sustain. So essential ingredients for profitable trading: volume and volatility. Whilst this does have reasonable volatility, there's no volume at the moment. The same goes for Arcturus. Chegg will be the same. Match group, no volume. Cytosorbents has volume, but it's downwards trending, so it's below the VWAP. For those of you that like Mullen Motors, it's breaking highs. Mullen's taking off up at 43s again. So Mullen Motors up 10% on the day. I know a lot of you guys like. No, I'm not on Thinkorswim, Robert. I'm using Dash Trader. Elio, you're probably right, buddy. Today, at some stage, the markets are definitely going down. When the rates come out, it'll probably tank. So the volatility, if you were taking, yesterday was the time to take puts when it was moving up, because the volatility today, you're probably going to get stung by the volatility on the if you're trading options today. Which, hey, cash flow. Well, for those of you that like Mullen Motors, there you go. This is probably the first time I've spoken about it today. It's probably going to be the last time, because I don't like the company. I don't like it as a stock. I just think it's 500 million shares in the float at 40 cents. It's ridiculous. But people like it. Go figure. And phase, no volume, moved up but no volume. Oh, so Paranet sold off hard, finding consolidating around this 1750 level, 1770, give or take 25 cents. Let's have a look at AMD. Airbnb first. Airbnb. That sold off hard. It's still downwards trending. It's below the VWAP, but it's very choppy. Not really something worth trading right now. AMD, however, on the other hand, is up quite handsomely today. It dropped as low as 57 after hours last night, and then moved up to 64. So what's that, Lexter? Well, it's TLT as an indicator. Well, it's not really an indicator, is it? It's an ETF. As far as I believe it is. Let me just Google that one. Yeah, the TLT is an ETF. It's not an indicator. It's actually, based on the US 20-year Treasury bond. It tracks the Treasury bond. So it's not the SPY, and it's not an ETF that tracks the SPY. But the SPY is an ETF that tracks the S&P 500. So it's not the SPY, but so I don't know why. Okay. I don't see the correlation personally, but there probably is one. Hey, Alfred. Zing. And Dave mentioned this yesterday. Don't know why. Oh no, it was this morning. In the disc, someone mentioned it in the Discord this morning. Oh no, it was Zim, not. Integrated shipping. Don't know why that was mentioned in the Discord, but like, each to their own. So the S&P 500 slightly down at the moment. Keep an eye on that. So the rate hike comes out a little bit later, guys. So I might come back for that this evening. So 2 p.m. to the rate hike. So that'll be what? 6, 8. No, it's not actually. It's I'm thinking 8. It's actually 6. I've got my days wrong. I'll adjust that in the clock went back, not forward. Got an extra hour in bed, but Forza. Well, let's have a look. I saw that spiking up $2 or whatever it was. New highs. What's up with it? $2. It's kind of so Tupperware. No, that's not what I'm looking for, Benzingi. Give me the wrong ticker. Forza F1. Okay, so Forza X1 receives 50 electric boat reservations in the last 90 days, potentially resulting in $8.5 million in revenue. That's what's up with that. That dropped at the bottom of the hour 3 minutes ago. So that's why that's moving up. Decent news on sales news, basically. So that's what's up with it. All right, okay. What do I do with my money? Well, the taxman takes a large chunk of it, Teddy, to be fair. But no, I've got outgoings, of course. 2 properties to upkeep and the rest. But I've got a family to keep in a luxury that they're accustomed to. But I reinvest. So basically, at the end of each month, I've not done it last month, but at the end of each month, I split my gains, split my profits into three. So I put a third away for the tax man at the end of the year. I put a third away in other investments, in my long-term account, in my retirement stroke pension account, and I have a third that covers my cost of living and a little bit besides. So that's what I do with the money, Teddy. Good question. What are the sympathies with Forza? I would say V. Win V Power Cats, maybe. It's not moving with it. But there, what would you need a sympathy with for? It's a lower price stock as it is. What's going on with? That's just fantastic, that is. Restream, have you just cancelled all my streams? Not be happy if you have.